Welcome back to the Lawn Hustle. I am your host, Andy Wilson. I own and operate professional lawn maintenance in Newcastle, Indiana. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. In this episode, we want to talk about preparing for the upcoming leaf season. It's hard to believe the mowing season is winding down and we're gearing up for the next season. Leaves are starting to fall in Indiana. We've had an unusual summer. We had a lot of rain in the beginning of the spring, and then we went to no rain, and then we went back to a lot of rain, and now for an extended period of time, we've had very little rain. And the leaves are starting to drop, I think because mostly lack of moisture. So we're having an early fall and an early end to the mowing season. So I want to talk to you about how do you prepare for the upcoming leaf season. Your preparation involves a strategic plan, equipment maintenance, marketing, number one, when you start preparing for the leaf season, you have to assess the workload. Review the volume of work from last season, and you can forecast how much leaf removal service you might have for this season. Customer communication is key. It's key in every season, whether it's spring, summer, fall, or winter. We are a four-season lawn care service. We offer services year-round. So there is preparation for each season. And at the top of the list of things to do is communication with your clients. Reach out to your customers on a regular, consistent basis, reminding them leaf season is coming soon. The mowing is slowing down and coming to an end. So I want to remind you of our leaf cleanup service. Offering early discounts if they book early. Right now we are offering a 10% discount if they book before the end of September. And that way, when I sign on new clients and I add in my consistent annual clients, I can assess how much work I'm going to have in the fall season. And while the grass is not growing as much, number two, it's a good thing to spend that time on equipment maintenance. Your leaf blowers, your leaf vacuums, Ensure that your blowers, your vacuums, your mulchers, and other equipment are in good working order. Clean and tune. Change the filters, change the spark plugs. Start your vacuums, start your blowers. Make sure everything is working now. In case you have an issue, you have some time to prepare and repair and get things working as they should. Inspect your hand tools, your rakes, your tarps. You don't want to show up to do a job and find that you have a broken handle on a rake, or your tarp has holes in it and cannot be used. Don't allow yourself to be caught off guard. Always be preparing. Always be inspecting. Always making sure everything is in good working order. It's a good time to do truck and trailer maintenance. Clean out your trailers, clean out your trucks. Ensure you have enough space for hauling the leaves or the bags, or however you do your leaf service. Make sure you have enough room on your trailer to haul your equipment and to haul away the debris. Inspect your tires, inspect your engines, inspect the functionality of your vehicle, just to ensure that when it's go time, you're ready to go. Let me give you a little example. I was talking to a guy here in my local town about snow plowing. And normally the first week of October, I'll put my plow on, my spreader, and do a dry run, just to make sure I'm not caught off guard when the snow begins to fly. The first snow came, my phone rang. There was issues with his plow. Had he done what I told him I was going to do, in October, he would have discovered he had an issue with his plow, and it would have given him plenty of time to order parts if needed, to replace parts, and to get the plow functioning as it should. So it's a good idea not only for leaf season to do these inspections, but for the winter season. And when spring is coming, it's a good time to take a hard look at all of your equipment, all of your vehicles, and make sure you are ready to go when it's go time. When you are preparing, it's a good time to assess your staff. Do you need to hire part-time help for the leaf season? It's a good time to train your staff or remind your staff, when we get there, we want to blow the leaves away from the house. We want to make sure the leaves are blown away from the trees, away from any obstacles in the yard. Makes it easier. You want to make sure you work together and not against each other. When the blower is blowing the leaves, you want to come out right behind him and start mulching the leaves up or moving the leaves to the edge of the property so you can suck them up with your leaf loaders. Work together. Work with each other, not against each other. So you might want to train your staff. You might want to go over efficient techniques with your staff so you can accomplish that camaraderie and that working together. When you are planning and thinking about leaf cleanups, you want to look at your schedule. You want to make sure you have routes that are in close proximity. Reducing windshield time makes you more efficient. You're not paying your guys for windshield time when you have route density. You can go from one to the other neighborhood, put all of them on one schedule. It decreases your travel time, increases your profitability, route density. You want to make sure you look at your schedule. You want to adjust your frequency. How often do you visit this site? In the mowing season, this site might be a weekly service. But when the leaves come down, leaves don't fall on a schedule. So how often will you have to service this property? It could be 1 or 2 times a week, or it could be once every 2 weeks. Or if you have certain types of trees that hold on to their leaves until November, December, and I've had some even in January. If there was no snow on the ground, I was doing some leaf cleanups. So you might want to look at your schedule. Talk with your clients about the frequency of visits that it's going to take for you to clean up their property. You want to start promoting early. Use social media, email marketing, door-to-door flyers or door hangers to promote the service. Offer package deals. For example, we will charge you this amount of money for 4 visits. Offer package deals like that to clients or prospective clients. Use a referral program. Encourage your existing customers to refer friends and neighbors for a discount. Let's take a break and hear a word from my sponsor.
Are you tired of those spam calls about your online presence and website? I know you're nodding your head right now. Finding a company that knows the details about the lawn and landscape industry can be difficult. Well, I have a solution for you. Let me introduce you to Green Frog Web Design. We all know growing your business in our digital age requires an effective online presence, a website geared towards bringing in new customers. With fierce competition and a never-ending line of chuck-in-the-trucks ready to take your place, DIYing your online presence is not a serious option for growing businesses. Find a trustworthy and effective solution with Green Frog Web Design. Oh, and by the way, the first month for a new website is $1. Link is in the bio.
So we've been talking about the upcoming leaf season and how you prepare. When do you prepare? Let's put it simple. Don't wait until the leaves are falling to start your campaign. Start it now. I start advertising for fall service at the beginning of September. That gives me a whole month to flood the market with social media posts, advertising in our local Great Deals magazine, reminding my clients leaf season's coming. If you refer me and I secure a job because of your referral, you'll get this 10% discount. Just make a plan and work a plan. Number 6, when you are preparing for your leaf cleanup season, you need to plan for disposal. What are you going to do with all the leaves? I have a local strawberry farm. I back in, I dump the leaves, I pull out. No charge. But it's a benefit for him because he uses it as compost on his farm. So it works for both of us. I get a dump, he gets leaves for compost. If you can find someone that's willing to do that for you, it'll save you a dump fee, which means more profit on the job for you and your business. And we all know our profitability is what really matters in operating a business. So what are you going to do with the leaves? Are you going to mulch them up on site? Are you going to blow them to a wood line on site? Or are you going to blow them all out to the street, suck them up with a leaf loader, and haul them to a dump that's going to charge you an astronomical amount of money for the season? Or find someone like I did that will allow you to dump your leaves on their farm or their property. When you start making plans, you want to consider the weather. Keep a close eye on weather patterns. Adjust your scheduling accordingly. Now, in Indiana, we lose a lot of daylight time as the fall season starts approaching. And as we get into it, we lose daylight hours. So I might have to start earlier because I'm going to end earlier because of daylight hours. So you might want to consider tracking the weather patterns, the daylight hours. You want to just be aware of what's going on in your surrounding area. By preparing in advance, you will be able to handle the busy leaf season. And I hope your season is busy because it can be a very profitable season. I hope it's efficient. I hope you reduce downtime and you maximize your profitability. So there we have it. That's how you prepare for your leaf season. I hope you have a great season. I hope you have a good week. Until we talk again, I hope you have enjoyed this podcast. If you have found value in this podcast, visit our social media links in our show notes. If you would like to donate to this podcast, visit rss.com, search the Lawn Hustle podcast, and hit the donate button. I would appreciate your support. Thank you for joining today. Until we talk again, God bless, and we'll talk again real soon.